We're headed to Caroline's school for her open house.
Oh, Ellie just gave me a kiss, but you didn't get your own kiss.
Aw, do it again, Ellie.
Ew.
Oh!
I licked her 2 times.
Oh, gross. Good morning. Okay, you can't just stare at the camera. Maggie has map testing today. Talk about it, Maggie.
Yippee-ki-yay. I don't know what it's even about.
I've been saying for days, maybe even weeks, that I needed to get more organized. I needed to work on routines. And today I woke up and I knew today was the day. Sometimes I need a little inspiration. I'm sure I'm not the only person to get organized. And one thing I have learned, and it took me several years to learn this, is I don't have to stick to the same thing all the time. Some people may do okay with doing the same organization tact or using the same methods over and over again, and that may work for some people, and that's great. I wish that I was one of those people. I've always worked at being, I've had to honestly work at being steady and consistent and faithful in the things I do, and I think that in the things that matter, I am faithful. But when it comes to organizing or getting inspired, I have to keep things fresh and new. I actually ordered this book, Unstuffed, by Ruth Sukup, I believe is how you say her last name. I'm not 100% sure on that. I had ordered it months ago. I started it and it was just the wrong time and it wasn't working for me. And today I took it out and decided it was time to try again. I also have my day timer out, my planner, and a notebook for odd and end kind of lists. And so I am going to tackle the first little project that she has. Talks about creating a collection zone. I had done that before. I had a laundry basket that was labeled put away, and I had it set in a prominent place where the kids could see it, and I had hoped that they would just naturally put things away, or that I would just remember, once a day or so to remind them. And it sat in its place and it filled up to overflowing and nothing ever got put away. And she recommends that the container should be attractive. So I'm going to try to find a basket or something around my house that's a little more visually pleasing. And I am going to make that a part of the new routines. I'm going to today establish an afternoon routine and an evening routine, and I'm going to kind of revamp the evening routine, and hopefully by getting some routines that work a little better now that we've kind of done a few weeks of school, we're 3 weeks into school, and I think we're getting an idea of how the day is going to go and how much time we have. And so anyway, I'm going to revamp the routines and work a little bit on some home organization, and I'm just excited because I feel hopeful. The last couple of weeks have been a little stressful. We've all felt very tired, and today I woke up and thought, this is the day. We are going to get this figured out, and our home is going to run smoothly, and I can say we've all managed to stay pleasant in spite of all the stress. But Jason and I figured out a long time ago that we don't like the people we are when we're stressed. And some people handle stress great. I used to say that I thrived on chaos, and maybe that was the case at one time. But what I found is that when I'm stressed and tired, I don't like who I become, and I don't like how hard I have to work at being pleasant with others. And so we have found that when our home is running efficiently and we're getting the proper amount of rest, we just like the people we are much better. And so I can say we have all worked really hard at being pleasant in spite of our stressful schedule, in spite of being maybe some sleep deprived. But now I'm gonna try to get this figured out so that we don't have to work quite as hard. And there we go. See if I can zoom in on this a little more attractive, and hopefully that'll get some attention, and we're gonna add it to part of our routines.
Hello.
Hey.
Are you gonna introduce me?
So, I don't think they need. She just asked me if I was going to introduce her. I'm pretty sure at this point y'all know who she is. Crazy kid. Am I going to introduce you?
So, today, we had some testing today, and I was already finished with it, and they had the directors over the program I'm in there. And my Texas history teacher pulled me out, and she told me to bring my notes with me, and she showed them my notes for Texas history.
She's the teacher yesterday that told us you were the hardest working student in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
That's so cool. I'm so proud. I'm having a proud mom moment.
Oh, and I made a really high score on my test today.
You already got the...
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but
Well, the lady yesterday said she didn't know when y'all were going to get your results. You got them immediately?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss them every day.
That's cool. You got a really high score?
Yeah, I just don't remember what it was. Our teacher would pull us to the side, and she would tell us whether our grade was high or low, and if it was in a regular class, then how it would be judged. But I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Oh, are we being sweet, loving sisters?
No.
We're headed to Caroline's school for her open house.
Aww, Ellen just gave me a kiss and you didn't get your
Aw, do it again, Ellie.
I
Oh,
liked her too, Tom. Hey,
oh,
Ellie,
gross.
I got your present. Oh, thank you, Caroline. The stickers of coffees and donuts.
Oh, okay. You've already met your teachers. Mom and Dad want to meet them.
It's okay if you said look for
Now load up.
said let's.
There's B-Fam Man.
Load 'em up.
To the school for Caroline's open house, and I out of nowhere last night came down with a raging cold, and I was complaining that we did not have any tissue. And honestly, normally I would just carry a roll of toilet paper everywhere I went, but I don't want to go into open house with a wad of toilet paper in my hand. And I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna be in a bind because my nose keeps trickling. And I had a light bulb moment years ago. Jason carried handkerchiefs in his pocket when he went to church, and I don't even know when it changed or why. But I thought, I'm gonna go check, and I checked his underclothing drawer, those unmentionables, and I found a handkerchief. Yay! I haven't used a handkerchief in years, but we're gonna make it work tonight so I can get a box of tissue. The girls are doing homework, and I am making sloppy joes, which not something we normally eat, but I'm still trying to use up all of the bread from the birthday party. So we already had ground beef, or the ground deer / beef from the freezer. And so just trying to use up what we have. All right, Ellie's eating, even though everyone sat down. She just couldn't wait. She was going to starve to death.
Thank you, Jesus, for this food. Please bless it and make it nourishing to our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
And so we went to Caroline's school for open house, and that seemed to go really good. Teachers had nice things to say about Caroline. Caroline's art teacher was very impressed with her, and then we got a monkey wrench thrown into everything. Well, Maggie finish it all talk. So Maggie went in to say hi to the band teacher who was her teacher last year, and she looked at me and said, "You have a student here again this year?" And I said yes, but that she had tried out in the band and got told that she didn't make the cut or whatever, and he said put her in art or there wasn't enough room, whatever. And she said, "I don't know who did her schedule, but we have plenty of room, and if she wants to be in band and you can get up here tomorrow, we can have her switched, but you can't wait much longer than that just because of grades and things like that." So Caroline has a big decision to make. We talked about the pros and cons of staying in band versus art, and she's taken some time this evening to give it some consideration. But
any thoughts on that, Dad?
I got to see all my teachers tonight.
Now you got to see all of our teachers from last year, which is neat.
And I got to see all my teachers from this year.
What is that? I'm trying to figure out what it's from. It's there's a shadow on the closet door, and it does look like a giant bug.
It's all those things, the flowers on the.
Oh, but it's from the flowers on the piano. If there's a potted plant on the piano, yeah, and the light is shining.
Leaves or something.
The light is shining over that plant, and it makes a shadow. But that's not. There's nothing there. It's nothing
It's
scary.
not a giant bug.
It doesn't look like a giant
It
bug.
looks like a
It looks like a big monster.
It does kind of look like a monster, but it is just a shadow from the light shining over the plant. See, that's leaves sticking up. That's what that is. And the bottom is the container, and then that's all the greenery.
And what's the face? Oh, and the piano.
It's part of the plant.
Well, those sloppy joes are good.
And I made sloppy joes, and Maggie says they're good, but Caroline and Ellie are not fans of sloppy joes. They're eating super healthy, and they're having
Better than eating apple.
Any thoughts on the band decision, Dad?
Me and Kelly on Friday night before she goes to bed, and I love the right decision.
God's gonna help her make the right choice.
And I'll tell you in the morning. And
Sounds
maybe God will give me a dream about it.
That would be cool. So tonight at the open house, I repeatedly told like each teacher I would walk in and say, "I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna shake your hand," and they would look at me like, "What kind of jerk are you?" And then I would say, "I have a nasty cold and I don't want to share it with you. I was carrying my hanky around all night." And so I just tried not to shake any hands and tried to explain, because I didn't want anyone to think I was rude, but I also didn't want to share this cold with anybody because it literally came out of nowhere last night, and like by tonight now I am miserable, like coughing, sneezing, itching. And so just had my NyQuil, and it is going to be good night world. So it looks like I'm closing out the vlog for tonight. Jason's taking his contacts out and trying to get the kids rounded up and gone to bed. We've just finished all the routines and had a time of family prayer. And so now it's bedtime, and we will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I will feel better. Good night.